All right, hi, this is Brian Albright with Aftermarket Business World Magazine. Thanks for joining us today for our discussion of reverse logistics and returns. I'd like to thank our sponsors, UPS Logistics, for making this hangout possible. Today we'll be talking to Gailen Vick, Executive Director of the Reverse Logistics Association. Thanks for joining us today, Gailen. Reverse logistics and returns are an important issue in the aftermarket because parts returns processes can be complex and expensive. So I guess my first question would be, what do you consider some of the key challenges associated with reverse logistics and returns?
Well, thanks for inviting me, and it's good to be here. Well, to answer your question, the number one issue is, and has been for the longest time, is awareness of reverse logistics. That has always been the issue. People are aware of forward logistics. They're worried about every penny, every nickel in that supply chain in the logistics. But when it comes to reverse logistics, they're just not knowledgeable about the concept of reverse logistics. They're not aware of what it covers and why it's in one department or why it's in multiple departments. In many cases, they're just not aware that it exists at all, even though it represents maybe 5 to 7% of the bottom line. They are just not aware that reverse logistics is there. So it's just a point of education that needs to be done in order to overcome this number one challenge of awareness.
Can that function be successfully outsourced, and what are some of the benefits of doing that if you're using a third-party provider?
Well, outsourcing has been successfully done at many companies, but not the numbers that you would see in contract manufacturing or outsourcing manufacturing. I would say today that about 20% of companies are outsourcing their reverse logistics, 20 or 30% in the high-tech sector. In many other of the industries, they're just totally oblivious that there's even the opportunity to outsource. They think this is something that they have to do themselves. They're just not aware that there are third-party service providers who are more than capable and willing to do this for them. An example of this is 13 years ago when we started as an association. There was practically no outsourcing of reverse logistics operations. Our sponsor today, UPS, they were moving boxes. They enjoyed moving boxes, but they were not aware of why they were moving those boxes. And when they found out, as they became members of our association, they found out that many of those boxes they were moving was on the reverse logistics side. So today they provide services that's unique to reverse logistics, which in their case saves their customers just a lot of money. But today there are just literally thousands of third-party service providers who are skilled and totally capable of taking on someone else's reverse logistics operations. It's just that no one's aware, the OEMs and retailers are not aware that this capability is there. On our website at RLA, there's a solutions page that talks about posting your requirements for RFIs or RFQs. When you do that, you can find vendors right away. So to answer your question, it's happening. They're outsourcing more. It will become a standard in the future because reverse logistics is so unique. It's even more difficult than manufacturing. So if that's not your skill, definitely should outsource it.
How has technology helped both companies managing their own logistics processes and also some of these third parties improve or meet some of the challenges associated with reverse logistics?
Well, the number one challenge in that unawareness is software solutions. Today, there is no ERP that measures reverse logistics. When the major manufacturers or the software providers were developing software, reverse logistics was not in the mindset. So today, companies like Oracle, Microsoft, SAP, their platform does not measure reverse logistics. So how do you account for this challenge? How do you know how much you're spending or wasting on reverse logistics? But today, now companies like Oracle and SAP and Microsoft have had people bolt on applications that can measure reverse logistics, but we still think that is a number one challenge in the area of technology. It's just an ERP that has been developed with reverse logistics in mind, and it just wasn't there when most folks developed their ERP.
Well, thank you very much for your time this morning, Gailen. Again, this is Brian Albright for Aftermarket. This is Brian Albright for Business World, and thank you for watching, and thanks again to our sponsor UPS for their support in bringing this interview to you. And here we are signing off.